Pisces, hi. So this is going to be a reading for mid-March 2026, and I'll do the reading for you, and then I'll close it off with a oracle card. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended at the end of the video. You can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Let's see, Pisces. What do we got for you besides Cosmos Tail? The overall energy for the reading, the Eight of Pentacles. You're working on something. Alright, let's see what you got going on. Starting off the reading, you get the Five of Pentacles crossed by the Six of Swords. You sure ain't working on this one. You're leaving something behind. Yeah, you might be making your way out of a situation here. Well, you're working on making your way out. But no, that's not what it is. That's something else. In your focus, the Eight of Wands. I mean, there's a lot of energy exchange in here. I don't know where it's directed, but it's nice. It feels nice. Maybe you're talking to your friends about it, or, you know, people in general. I don't know. It's a nice energy. In the recent past, the Justice card, something feels balanced there. Something feels right to you. In your strength, the Queen of Cups, I get the sense with that one that we're talking about self-love. Putting yourself first there. In the immediate future, the Knight of Wands, there's a nice energy moving your way here. It could be you taking something on. Something that you may be passionate about. We'll see. Supporting this reading, the Magician. You're in the middle of manifesting something. The energy that surrounds you, and you may not be aware of it, your High Priestess, your intuition, the High Priestess. Your intuition is coming through. I think it's trying to reach you. But because it's in the hidden position, like, is it reaching you? I don't know. We'll see. In your hopes and fears, the Five of Cups. I think you've been through a little something here. Maybe that's the reason why you're coming out of something, closing something off there, because I think you've been through the ringer a little bit, and maybe there's been some healing done, and these are basically the new steps into a new energy. In the potential outcome, the Five of Swords, there's some deception that's coming through there. All right, let's clarify. Let's see what's up. Let me do the Eight of Pentacles. For the Eight of Pentacles, you get the Star, the Sun, the Five of Cups. Oh, that's what you're working on. Whatever the hell happened. That's where most of your energy is put into right now, to heal whatever happened and to step into these brand new energies. Like, your goal as a result of whatever the hell happened is, I want happiness. I just want happiness. You know, and if it's not there in whatever you're leaving behind, then it means it's someplace else, and anywhere else but in that situation. So the minute I close that off, then that should bring me happiness. Okay. Let's do the Five of Pentacles. You get the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, the Knight of Cups. There's a lot of self-love here. That's why you decided what you decided here, to leave something behind you, because you put yourself first. You mattered more than whatever the hell was going on in there. That was not good for you. So that's where you're shooting from, and they're beautiful energies. Not only do you feel that internally and within you, it shows up externally. Like, maybe people are starting to notice, like, I don't know, something changed with you. Like, you look a little, like, you know, more lit up, more like there's something, I can't quite put my finger on it. I don't know, because you're coming through with nice energies that would not go unnoticed, for sure. So, Six of Swords. You get the Lovers, the Eight of Pentacles, the Page of Swords. Okay, could have been a connection to someone that you've tried and tried and tried to work on. But until you didn't, until you're like, okay, I'm done trying. I'm done putting in effort. I think I'm gonna go now, you know. For the 8 of, wow. For the 8 of Wands in your focus, you get the 3 of Swords, the 10 of Cups, the Queen of Cups. That's why I felt good about this energy exchange, because it carries love. It is filtered through pain, though. How the hell would that look? It's not going to show up as love, though, because it's filtered through pain. There's pain in the way of that. So, okay, energy exchange. That could be communication. That could be, you know, gestures from you towards others, from others towards you. They're filled with love. The thing is, there's a lot of pain in the way, and I'm assuming the pain is coming from this experience that you're leaving behind. It's still there, kind of raw. I think you're still working on whatever the hell happened there, but you're trying to open up your heart more and more, and it's through these exchanges here in energy, in terms of, okay, I'll open up my heart in that direction, I'll see what happens there, and then in that direction, I'll see what happens there, and I'll do something nice in that direction, and I'll see what happens, and I'll, you know, so things like that. Let me do the Justice card in the recent past, the King of Pentacles, the Temperance card, the Two of Pentacles. You're coming through as very different than in the past there, where, oh man, you're kind of like the judge, the executioner, the everything there. And now it's so free of all of that, where you're not responsible anymore. You know? You took responsibility on not being responsible anymore, just freeing yourself. You're showing up quite responsible in that space that you were in, of keeping shit together. And until I think you lost it, until I think you're like, why do I get to keep my shit together? Why do I get to keep all of the shit together? And this, who the fuck made me in charge? You know? So I don't know what happened, but at some point you came out of that because you were taking on this energy of being responsible. If something went south, you were to blame. If something went good, I don't know if you would have gotten praised there, because, you know, it's your responsibility to keep things good, right? So, very different energies from whatever that experience was to where you're placing yourself now. You know, coming again from that energy of self-love. It's like giving yourself permission to just free yourself from the responsibility that, I don't even know who put that on your shoulders, in all honesty. I think it was kind of a given. I think it came with the territory there or something. Maybe you took it on without realizing that you did. But for the Queen of Cups, in your strength, you get the Devil, the King of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles. See, even as you're trying and trying and trying to connect to your heart more and more now, there's still a little bit of practical sense to you that keeps on trying to take charge. Remember that energy there in the past where you were making sure that everything's fine all the time? Yeah, that energy keeps on trying to take charge, to take control. The energy of the heart, you connecting to your heart, there is no control there. It just brings you in the present moment. You're there with what is. You have no control over those things. You just are, right? So that's what you're trying. But you got a bigger problem here because, again, that sense of, but I'm going to try to take control over what I deal with and what I don't. And like, if you're out there, let's say you go out in the backyard and it starts raining, what are you gonna do? Tell the universe, hey universe, can we do something about this rain? Can we, like, how are you gonna control that? Oh, well, not that, but things that are in my control. Nothing is. Nothing is. You're just out there dealing with things as they are, right? It starts raining. What are you going to do? Start bitching about it to the universe? Start being like, oh my God, it's raining. Or just fucking enjoy the rain because it's an experience that was brought your way in the way that it was. You know, are you going to embrace that by accepting that it's raining and embracing that rain and even, you know, having the time of your life in the rain? Or are you going to start complaining to the boss up there, the universe, like, hey, I've got a complaint. Can I speak to your supervisor? Who's in charge of this rain shit? So you've got a little bit of a conflicting energy here, because while you're trying your best, and that's the goal here from what I'm getting, to stay more connected to your heart and in the acceptance of things coming through, your mind is trying to take charge and be like, I'm in control of what's happening, and that's the exact energy that I feel like you're trying to run away from. Not run away from, but kind of deal with, in the sense of it shouldn't take over, if you don't want it to. For the Knight of Wands in the immediate future, you get the Seven of Swords, the Fool, the Chariot. Here's a nice energy moving your way. Initially, I see rejection towards it. If you're functioning from this mind energy, trying to take charge of things and trying to think, there's an energy moving your way and it's feeling good, but you start to think about it. That's when I see you pulling back. Your energy is not pulling back. Your energy is embracing this 100%. Like, yeah, I'm here for it 100%. Fuck yeah. But because your mind is in the way, because again, you're struggling with that energy of, I need to be in control of things. You might actually step back from whatever energy this is. For the Magician, in the supportive energies, you get the Four of Swords, the Page of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords. Good. You're in the middle of healing right now. You're in the middle of learning and growing and healing, and especially towards manifestation, towards what you're trying to draw in. What's in the way of the things you're trying to draw in towards you. I think that's where you're looking at. Like when I said in your focus here that, okay, there's an energy exchange of love, but there's pain in the middle of there. I think those are the things you're looking at. Okay, when I'm putting love out there, because that's where I'm seeking, and happiness, because that's where I'm seeking, and that's what I'm going to draw in. Is there anything in the way that I'm responsible for, that I need to look into? In this instance, pain is there, probably from the experience you're closing here. The law of attraction is a big one for you here in how you look at things. As within, so without. What you put out there is what you'll receive back, right? So if you put out there, okay, happiness, love, and all of that, but like if it has other stuff attached to it, that energy, what are you going to get back? Probably the attached stuff, because it's kind of low frequency. That's what's going to be pulled down towards you, So I think you're kind of cleaning up here. There's a lot of healing going on. There's a lot of stuff going on for you right now, as you're actively dealing with all sorts of experiences. For the High Priestess, in the hidden energies, you get the Hierophant, the Hangman, the World card. A big ass cycle has closed off for you, or is closing off, as you're in the middle of closing it off. Major, almost life cycle for you, where after it's all said and done here, after you take all the healing that can be done over the situation, and not only this, because I feel like it's bringing stuff up for you from the past too, but once it's all said and done and healed, especially, once this cycle is closed, you'll recognize it as a life cycle. Like you'll show up completely different after this. And I think somewhere deep within you, you know that. There's that recognition of growth here and ending a major cycle. Let me do the Five of Cups. In your hopes and fears, the High Priestess, the Eight of Swords, the Nine of Cups. That's your biggest fear at this moment in time, is the fact that there's fear in there, but it's not manifesting as fear. It's manifesting as worries. Sometimes, when you look back at this chapter that kind of brought you into a healing space, You have times in which you tell yourself, I can't do this. I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I have what it takes. I don't fucking know what I'm doing, you know. So that's your fear, that you won't know how to go through all of this, how to heal, how to grow, how to learn, what to learn, you know, all sorts of things like that. I think what you're not seeing is that as long as you're trying to stay connected to yourself and to your intention over what do you want the goal to be here, what are you trying to achieve out of this experience, out of this healing experience. I saw it as the reading started. You pointed it to me right away. You know, pursuit of happiness. You want happiness. Okay. As long as you keep your eyes on the prize here and stay connected to yourself as best as you can throughout this journey, even in those times in which you feel that you have no fucking clue what you're doing, you're going to be fine. You're going to get past those and you're going to be fine. You know, you'll figure out at the end of this journey what this was truly about. You don't need to know while you're in it. Actually, it's more beneficial if you don't know, you know, because that could fuck with you here and there. Like, okay, I know. Oh, okay, I've healed. Oh, okay, I'm good. Yeah, no. You know, you'll know when it's time to know. In the potential outcome for the Five of Swords, you get the Five of Swords again, the Magician, the Four of Cups. I feel like you're studying manifestation or something. You're like, I wanna manifest. I wanna manifest good things, and I'm trying to figure out how to do that. And I see you manifesting there exactly in the way I told you to not manifest. And you're upset. Oh my God, my manifestations are not coming through. What is tied up to your manifestations? What kind of fears are in there? What kind of limiting beliefs that are not allowing you to open up to that manifestation? You know, because when you put that frequency out there, you send it in and you think it's just what you formulate in your head about it. Universe, I want a nice car, you know? And do you hear anything in there as a frequency, as a fear, as a something? In the back of your mind, way in the back, very subtle. They're usually very subtle. They're not so upfront. You know, where you say, universe, I want a nice car. And then you think to yourself, it's probably not going to happen though. That's your fear. For the nice car to not come in here. You know, there's always things in the way. When a manifestation, because it's energy exchange, that's what a manifestation is. When it's not coming through in the way you think you put it out there, that means there's something attached to it. There's something in the way of that. So then why would you get upset with the universe? The universe is sending you exactly what you're manifesting. Now it's up to you to figure out exactly what you're manifesting. You know what I mean? So let's see what the universe has as a final advice for you. The Eight of Swords, the Nine of Swords, the Six of Cups. You're still in a process of dealing with whatever the situation is that's potentially ending. You're still very much in your head about it, and it's part of the process. You're in the middle of a healing process over whatever the hell happened. And not only that, whatever the hell happened is bringing stuff up for you that have to do with maybe your childhood, maybe because it's a major cycle here that you're closing off. That's going to take some time. So you manifesting in the midst of all of this and getting pissed off that your manifestation is not coming through, not the best idea. You know, yeah, keep on manifesting, but also keep on cleaning up stuff that is coming up. Fears, limiting beliefs, insecurities, doubts, you know, all sorts of things like that. It's little things, but you're in the middle of a process here, you know. When I see somebody too much in their head about it, they're in the middle of something. They're dealing with something. And it's going to be a while until the headspace is going to leave you alone so that you deal with it, with this whole process more from a energetical perspective rather than, oh my God, what do I do? What do I search for? Where do I look for healing? I think I am healing, but I don't know if I'm doing it. But I think I am, but one day I feel good about it. The next day I feel like, oh my God, I'm not doing shit. So it's a process, you know? Don't beat yourself up. Give yourself time. You'll be okay. Let's do the Enchanted Earth Oracle. You get, exactly, observe, enlightenment, flow, growth, number 26. My heart is open wide to welcome spiritual growth and transformation. Encountering a white stag signals a profound moment of spiritual growth. Like a mystical guardian, it guides you towards new beginnings with grace and wisdom. The white stag symbolizes purity and enlightenment, urging you to open your heart to spiritual growth and transformation. You're invited to embrace the divine energy surrounding you as you leap over the hurdles towards spiritual enlightenment. Know that the spirit of the white stag is guiding you as you navigate through the unknown. Now is an important time for you to reaffirm your commitment to the journey of self-discovery and improvement. If you're experiencing challenging circumstances and find yourself slipping into old patterns, take pause. Observe your reactions, observe the situation, and take a moment to remind yourself that spiritual growth comes with unlearning old habits. In doing this, you give yourself the opportunity to respond with pure intentions that both honor your needs and cause no harm. The fox appears in this card to remind you that there is joy to be found in spiritual growth, a playfulness and lightness that comes with observing nature and choosing to move with the flow. Rest your analytical mind. As the saying goes, you can struggle through life's challenges or dance through life's rhythm. Where the fuck is the fox? Oh, okay. I'm on a quest of finding extra animals in the ones that are obvious. But anyways, that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time. Bye.